started riding home, and she seemed to know the way and everything, but she still wasn't saying anything. Finally, when we were a block from Izzy's house, she laughed and made some silly joke about Give me a second, guys. When we were a block from Izzy's house, she laughed and made some silly joke about how cold it was. But what's so weird is that when we started talking, I realized she had no memory of even going to the house. George let out a whistling sound. I don't know how to whistle. Weird, she said. Yeah, I agreed. But my sleuthing mind was actually working, and it seemed there could be a lot of different explanations. Maybe Izzy had hit her head in the basement. Maybe she was angry at Willa about something. How she remembered it since? What's the story now? Willa's expression darkened. That's why I wanted to talk to you, she said. She never seemed to remember it, but I bugged her about it for a week, and eventually she was like, fine. We went to that house. She said, I still get the feeling that she thinks I'm making it up. It's hard to tell, though. It's been like 2 weeks, and Izzy's been acting really weird. She's usually kind of funny and easygoing, but now she's super high, strong, and gets really mad easily. She'll get mad at me when I just act concerned about her. Like, hey, maybe you should calm down. And I'm just trying to control her. And hey, maybe you should calm down. And say I'm trying to control her, trying to control her life. Other friends have noticed the change in her and said something to me, but I don't know if it's as bad as for them, said Bess. Owen was looking at his sister, and when she didn't continue, he nudged her again. Tell them why, he said. Tell them why, he said. Willa sighed, her downcast expression implying she didn't want to tell this part. Silly Freaky is threatened her, she said. Hurt you? Bess asked. Like, beat me up. Willa explained. With her fists. Punch me. Oh. I breathed, surprised. Has she ever done that? Willa shook her head. Never before this. I mean, she would never hurt me. We've been best friends forever. Practically sisters. And even now, it's more of a threat, she said. Like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop asking that. Stop talking about that or I'll hit you. I usually stop whatever I was doing because I don't want to know she would really do it. She paused, putting her lips into a tight line and saying in a small voice, "Excuse me." I looked at Bess, George, and Ned. I hadn't come to the movies looking for a mystery to solve, but this was really strange and upsetting. Have her parents noticed? I asked. She's your age, right? She'd interact with them every day. Willa nodded, her ponytail bobbing. She does, but I really don't think it's happened in front of them. Even if it did, they'd probably just think it's normal teenage Angus sort of. Or something. No one gives teenagers any credit. Ain't that the truth? I'm sorry, I'm doing a southern accent for George now. Ain't that the truth? George said with a frown. Willa went on, her eyes shining in the dim light. I'm just really worried about her. No one else seems to see how dangerous she's getting. She's acting strangely, Owen spoke up, adding, "She used to be kind of fluffy, goofy, but basically sweet. And now there's some sort of darkness to her. I'm not sure what's going on with her." Give me a second. Right? I'm not sure what's going on with her. Something is. I took a deep breath. "Strange," I said. Bess looked from Willa to me, cringing a bit as she said awkwardly, "I hate to say this, but could it just be normal teenage stuff? I mean, there's a lot of things going on when you're Willa's age. People change. It's not unusual for a 13 or 14-year-old to start acting all emo." "It's not emo," Willa insisted. "It's dangerous. The real Izzy would never hurt me or anyone." She shook her head, frustrated, and went on. "Look, I know how crazy this sounds. I know. I've been trying to figure it out what to do about it. If I tell her parents, we'll get in trouble for being to the house in the first place, and probably nothing else will happen because, like I said, they call it teenage Angus. I can't go to the police. It's not like she's done anything wrong, and even if she had, I don't want her to get sent to jail. I just want her back. I want to know that she's okay." When Willa finished, there was a silence for a moment. She seemed 100% sincere, and I couldn't find fault with her concern for her best friend. If Izzy was really acting strangely, maybe there was more to this case than we knew. Maybe I could help get to the bottom of it. I sighed. We've worked haunted house cases before. It's probably a logical explanation," I said, and saw Willa's face fall. So I quickly added, "But I guess we can at least check it out." Then a horrifying wail started up from the edge of the parking lot. "Woo! Rah! Rah! Rah!" I let out a scream so loud, if these ghosts were in fact dead, it should have had woken them. I wasn't alone. Beth shrieked and knelt down, like being closer to the ground would save her somehow. Her hand was deep in her purse, digging for her pepper spray. Yes. George laughed nervously, gleaming her flashlight in the direction of the wheel. Willa screamed, and Owen jumped back. Nell grabbed my hand and started running a couple steps back to the street. But before we could really get anywhere, two teenagers stepped into the flashlight beam and began cracking up. They were both wearing polo shirts embroidered with the Riverside Cinemas logo. Actually, wait, Riverside? Isn't there a show called Riverside? Sorry. It's basically Stranger Things Riverside mixed with Nancy Drew. With the Riverside Cinemas logo. Actually, sort of remember the guy tearing our tickets. "Sorry," the girl said, not looking sorry at all. "That was just a fun way of telling you that you need to leave the parking lot immediately. We're closing up." "Yeah, I didn't mean to scare you so bad," the guy added, then cracked up even harder. The girl joined in, and they scurried off while a white Mini Cooper way at the edge of the parking lot. Bess turned to me, the blood just beginning to flow back into her face. "You were saying," she said. "Time to go?" "Packed house awaits. I think I need to go home and back and go to bed," I muttered. Then I reminded myself and smiled at Willa. "I'll be in touch, okay?" Can I get your contact info? Sure, Willa said, handing me a small piece of paper. There's my email and Owen's cell. I don't have my own phone yet, but he can find me if you need him to. Thanks. I took the paper and I put it in my pocket. Turning to Ned and my friends. Now, let's get out of here. I think I've had enough thrills and chills to last me a lifetime. We began walking towards the car, and as we did, I heard Bess murmur under her breath. I think you just took the longest. Chapter 3. The Sound of Evil. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. We are on page 23 after, so page 16 to 23. It's a lot of pages for me to read. I want to read more, but that would take up a lot of video. Anyways, bye guys. Like and subscribe for more Nancy Drew content. Come on. This content basically saved my life. And I'm also gonna get a new thumbnail for Nancy Drew. Bye guys.